Prabhakar, it's an interesting battle in Bihar, from Meesa Bharti to Upendra Kushwaha to Ravi Shankar Prasad. Interesting faces in the fray. But let's focus on Jharkhand, because Dumka is where the real battle this time is. It's a Soren versus Soren clash there. Nalin Soren up against Sita Soren. This rebellion, so to speak, has been brewing for a long time in JMM. Sita Soren finally springing that surprise and joining the BJP. How do you see that battle in Dumka panning out?
Yeah, Dumka would be a very interesting battle as far as Jharkhand is concerned. You have Dumka, Godda and Rajmahal, the three states going to polls in the third phase, of the final phase of polls in Jharkhand. And remember, all eyes would be on Dumka because of Sita Soren. She's a Soren Bahu. She's part of the Soren family. She has rebelled from the family and now contesting on the BJP ticket. And as you rightly said, it's a Soren versus Soren contest on Dumka. Then you have Godda as well, which is interesting. Nishikant Dubey, the sitting BJP MP of 2 terms, so for last 10 years he has been there, and he is seeking re-election for the 3rd time. So that will also be interesting. But of all the 3 seats, Dumka, Godda and Rajmahal, the one which will have most eyeballs would be, of course, Dumka, because of Sita Soren being in the fray.
An extremely interesting battle there, Prabhakar. But also looking at Bihar, you have big faces in the fray. Ravi Shankar Prasad, a veteran BJP MP, Upendra Kushwaha, as I mentioned. Also Meesa Bharti, that battle is also going to be interesting. What are the key contests this time around in Bihar? It's a key phase for Bihar.
Yeah, very, very important phase, very big names in fray, and it's the final phase. It's the 8 Lok Sabha seats which are going to polls today. So polls tomorrow, sorry. And you have Rajkumar Singh, RK Singh, the Union Power Minister, who is contesting from Ara. Then you have Ravi Shankar Prasad from Patna Sahib. And then you have the interesting mother of all battles in this particular phase. It will be Patliputra, where Ramkripal Yadav, the BJP MP and the sitting BJP MP, he is seeking re-election for the 2nd time. And against him is Meesa Bharti, the eldest child of Lalu's family. So she has lost twice from there, and she's the 3rd time she is trying her luck from there. Then the interesting battle would be on Karakat, where Pawan Singh has made this battle very interesting. He's a Bhojpuri superstar, and Upendra Kushwaha is contesting as an NDA candidate over there, and he has got all the eyeballs from Upendra Kushwaha. He has taken away the eyeballs, and he's now the people are actually seeing him as one of the major contenders in the fray. So Pawan Singh has made the battle of Karakat very interesting. Patliputra would be one battle which would be most watched battle actually, because of Meesa Bharti being there, and a very interesting battle between Meesa Bharti and Ramkripal Yadav. Ravi Shankar Prasad seeking re-election from Patna Sahib for the 2nd time, but Patna Sahib has traditionally been a BJP seat, and it's a very stronghold, BJP stronghold, so not much surprise we are expecting from there. Ara, Bhojpur, which is Ara, is where RK Singh, the Union Power Minister, he would be there. So many big names in the fray, and high stakes for NDA as well.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Prabhakar, for that. Tanima Biswas is also joining us from Kolkata. Tanima, lovely to see you on the field and your home ground. And it's going to be an interesting battle in Bengal this time around. And the Prime Minister also taking on the TMC, and Mamata Banerjee directly releasing that video statement. Kolkata, of course, all seats going to polls. It's a prestige battle for both Mamata Banerjee and her nephew. But break it down for us, the key contest this time in Bengal.
That's right, Vedant, and hello to all our viewers from Kolkata. I'm coming to you from the iconic Victoria Memorial, which is at the background there. This is, of course, largely become a tourist hub of sorts, but there are several Calcutans who, as we would like to call them, who are still around, and every corner in Kolkata, literally around the elections, is a corner for political addas. I mean, people will talk politics over a cup of chai, discuss which side has the edge this time around. And of course, this time around in Kolkata, which side is winning is a matter of who you're speaking to. As he said, it is a prestige battle for the TMC because they would like to hold on to their bastion in Kolkata. South Bengal and Kolkata, the urban areas of Bengal, are largely known as TMC bastions. Even during the last elections, the 2021 Assembly elections, Mamata Banerjee did very well. Her party did really well from this area, from Kolkata. If we are to talk about the constituencies, particularly in Kolkata around, whether it's about South Kolkata or Jadavpur, those two are sort of a foregone conclusion in a way if you speak to experts, and even to both the parties, even the BJP would admit that they are not at a very strong point as far as these two constituencies are concerned. But when it comes to North Kolkata, that is where the BJP sees that they might have a chance to defeat the TMC candidate, because Taposh Roy, who's the BJP candidate over there, is a recent turncoat. He just left TMC this May itself, earlier this month, in order to go across to the BJP side. There was inner differences between him and Shrudeep Bandyopadhyay, who is of course the TMC candidate, because of which BJP sees that they might have an edge over there. They have a strong candidate there. But apart from that, whether it is the other two seats in Kolkata or Diamond Harbour, which is adjoining to Kolkata, which is of course the Abhishek Banerjee bastion, so to speak, TMC feels they are on solid ground over here. But the trump card, in a way, that Prime Minister Modi might have, which I felt on the ground. I've covered the elections both in 2019 as well as in 2021 over here in Bengal. The trump card that the BJP might have over there, for which they might at least for sure significantly increase their vote share, is because of the growing non-Bengali population. Kolkata, as I mentioned, is an urban centre, and not just that, there are also lots of business centres in Kolkata and around Kolkata which have a growing non-Bengali population. That is where BJP aims to gain ground. That is how they have actually managed to gain ground even in the past two elections, as I mentioned, in 2019, where they surprised and stunned TMC, and in 2021 as well, they managed to better their assembly seat ranking considerably. Whether or not this is going to throw a spanner in the works this time around as well for TMC, that remains to be seen. But it's the growing non-Bengali population in Kolkata as well as in the surrounding areas of Kolkata that BJP seems to be eyeing.